Qualifying comes to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing from the paperclip at Martinsville. Patrick Gitter and Richie Joplin have the front row. Patrick Pieper and Otto Cruz have the second row. The third row is Jeremy Gardner and Jamie Knopp, Kenny Jr., Dean Webb on the fourth row. Clay Kirchenbauer and Brody Green rounding out the top 10. Jeff Sheldon and Tony Caron 11th and 12th. 13th is Darren Silva. Jacob Morgan in 14th. We will not talk to Jacob at all tonight. PJ Cox in 15th. Ryan McDaniel in 16th. Blake Viken in 17th. Paulo Anacito in 18th. Russell Worth 19th. And Nowski's worst qualifying run this season, putting him in 20th. Joshua Friel 21st. Lonnie Roberts 22nd. Clayton Duncan 23rd. Colby Whipple 24th. Justin Swafford, the points leader, in 25th. Sean Lesperon starts 26th. Lyle Mitchell 27th. Lance Spawnberg in 28th. Tyler Ott 29th. Jarrett Woodard starting back in 30th. This one is always a great race. It comes down oftentimes to who survives. Attrition may come into play here tonight. Steve Viken informing me Blake parks like that at the mall too, and it's really, really annoying. Oh, it's going to be a fun night, folks. Jacob, you're going to have a great night tonight, buddy, because I refuse to interview you. Every time I interview Jacob Morgan, it's always when he's picked up 20 or more spots, and then immediately after that, he just ends up wadded up. So I refuse to, I've made notes. We will not interview Jacob Morgan at all tonight. Sorry to all the Jacob Morgan fans, but it's apparently bad luck to talk to me, for him at least. One more time around, and then they go racing. Just over a half-mile paperclip shaped track. We'll get a good look at it from the blimp here in just a little bit, but get ready, folks, because when they come out of turn 4, it's time to go racing. Down the back straightaway, pace car pulls off in turn 3. There he goes. Patrick Gitter and Richie Joplin lead them down here. First stage break, lap 50. Out of turn 4, green flag is in the air, and they're away. Richie Joplin shoots to the lead quickly, and look at Otto Cruz power moving it up on the high side. Richie Joplin to the lead and just flies away. Patrick Gitter now to second. Patrick Pieper in third. Otto Cruz in fourth. Jeremy Gardner in fifth. Caution is out already, and Jacob Morgan involved with Ryan McDaniel and Joshua Friel. Morgan in the... Oh, it looks like we hit a car go wide. Tries to go the high side. The one car just comes down, clips him, and sends him around. See what happened to Ryan McDaniel here. Looks like he was right behind it. Just gets caught up with nowhere to go. As does the 13. Clayton Duncan goes really wide through. Oh, and a little bobble there. Everybody having to check up. This track may seem like you can go 3 wide, but you really, really cannot, even on the straightaways. First caution of the night, and Richie Joplin has taken the lead from the drop of the green. Could this be Richie Joplin's night to get his second ever Nowski win? We started the night with 30 cars. How many make it to the end? Martinsville, any short track, a lot of leaning on each other, beating and banging. A lot of cars get torn up. Attrition does become a big issue. Have seen a few cars make moves on the high side tonight. Justin Patterson saying at least 15 cautions tonight. Quick note, if there is a caution within 3 laps of the scheduled stage breaks, they will make that the stage break. Stages are at lap 50, lap 100, and the end of the race. Everybody stacks back up side by side, getting ready for the green flag. Pace car is in. Richie Joplin controls the restart, and look at that cool Star Wars paint scheme. Out of turn 4, Richie fires and is away. Green is back in the air. Richie caught him napping that time, and Patrick Pieper down to the inside. He is going for it. Jared Woodard, Colby Whipple had an issue on the restart. No caution. Now there's a side-by-side battle going on for third. Patrick Gitter and Jeremy Gardner. And a lot of bumping mid-pack, but it looks like they're starting to settle in. Single file, we've got a car around. Looks like Kenny Hyde Jr. and that new paint scheme. Looks like Kenny got loose off of turn 2, has gotten it back under control though. Big mover so far. Tyler Ott already up 10 spots after starting at 29th. He is up to 19th. Lyle Mitchell up 6 spots into 21st. Lance Sponberg now up 6 spots into 22nd. Look at Jacob Morgan, no front clip, charging back to the front. Looks like he is saving fast repair for later on in the race. Might be handy, might be a good call. Caution is out again. Looks like there might have been an issue with Sean Lesperance. Let's see what happened here. Oh, Sean just gets loose off turn 4 into the inside wall. Gets it corrected. Colby Whipple sneaks by and nobody else is hurt. Caution number 2. Justin's prediction may be correct, given the cautions we've already seen. And a lot of damaged cars, minor and major damage throughout the field. We saw Jacob Morgan a minute ago with no front clip. You can see a lot of cars, minor damage. They're going to all be torn up before the night is out. Looking to see if anybody else has significant damage out there yet. SpongeBob is undamaged. He is a sponge. I don't know if that helps. Jacob, I did see your damage, buddy, and you're still moving forward. Jacob Morgan does have the worst damage on track right now. Pace car leads them around again. Should be lights out and 1 to green this time. They stack back up. Richie Joplin, Patrick Pieper have the front row. Patrick Gitter, Jeremy Gardner on the second. Otto Cruz and Clay Kirchenbauer have the third row. Dean Webb, Jamie Knopf on the fourth. PJ Cox and Darren Silva rounding out the top 10. PJ up 5 spots already into 10th. Darren Silva up 4 spots. A few drivers in the field starting to make their way forward. Pace car is in. Richie controls the restart again out of turn 4. He fires at the line. Green flag is in the air. Off into turn 1 and Patrick Gitter versus Patrick Pieper. Round 2. Here we go. Oh, caution. Quick caution. Joshua Friel involved. Looks like right as they took the green, something went wrong here. Oh, on the gas in the middle of the turn, just goes around. No damage, though. Seemed to keep it off the walls. Otto Cruz back in 5th. Looking through the field to see some of the biggest movers. PJ Cox up 5 spots into 10th already. Blake Veeken up 4 spots into 13th. Paulo Inesito up 4 spots into 14th. Justin Swafford, the points leader, up 8 spots into 17th, but still a long way to go. Second place, Jeremy Gardner in points, currently runs in 4th. Swafford has a long way to go. Tyler Ott up 10 spots into 19th. Lyle Mitchell up 7 spots into 20th. Lance Sponberg up 5 spots into 23rd. So a lot of guys starting to make their way forward, and a lot of guys having problems here early tonight. Should see 1 to green this time by. No, lights are still on the pace car. Quite a few cars on pit road this time. Clay Kirchenbauer went to pit road. Otto Cruz. I take that back. It looks like they were just clipping the entrance to pit road and it scored them as going in, but they have not. As Richie Joplin drops back to the bottom, getting ready for the restart. Side by side, they come down the back straightaway. The pace car will drop off, and Richie will control the restart again. So far, Richie Joplin has led every lap. Pace car is in. Here they come out of turn 4. Richie fires their away. Green is in the air. And look at the run by Gardner. Gets right to the back of Patrick Pieper. Just couldn't get around him yet. Oh, he gets a little bit of the wall down the back straightaway. trying to make his way up. Auto Cruz looks like he had a problem in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Clay Kirchenbauer now up into 6th. Dean Webb in 7th. Jamie Knopf in 8th. Darren Silva in 9th. Kenny Hott Jr. up to 10th. Jeff Sheldon currently in 11th. Watching right behind this battle. Looks like a new paint scheme for Jeff. Paulo Inesito now up into 12th place, up 6 spots. Tyler Ott, though, is the man on the move right now, up 13 spots. He is into 16th. Jacob Morgan with no front clip at all is still picking spots up. He is up to 19th now. He was back about 23rd on the restart, so obviously that lack of weight on the front end is paying off at the moment. Meanwhile, Richie Joplin continues to lead. Patrick Gitter has got to the back bumper, but it is extraordinarily difficult to pass here at Martinsville. Caution is out. Jeff Sheldon involved this time. Sheldon up on the high side, gets a push in the middle of 3 and 4, gets on the gas and just goes around. Does not have any contact. And numerous drivers narrowly avoid him. Great saves by all. And let's see if we can let's make sure he doesn't go to pit road, and we'll get a word with our leader. Hey, Richie, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you.
Hey, looking pretty good up front tonight, buddy.
Thank you. They're just riding. They're chilling. I got Pat behind me, and Hoppers behind me, and I got Gardner and Otto.
Can you keep them behind you all night?
I want to try my damnedest to.
Well, man, I hope you do. It would be, it'd be definitely an interesting book into winning at the biggest track last season to winning at one of the smallest this season.
Yes, it would be.
Well, good luck, buddy. You have been awfully fast. You were fast in practice, fast, obviously, in qualifying, and you're holding everybody off. Good luck, bud.
Thank you, Doug.
Richie Joplin has led every lap so far tonight. Patrick Gitter holding on to second. Patrick Pieper in third. Jeremy Gardner in fourth. Otto Cruz now in fifth. Clay Kirchenbauer up 3 spots now into 6th. It is Clay in the car this week. Indy was in the car last week at Michigan. Jamie Knopf in 7th. Kenny Hott Jr. in 8th. Darren Silva is 9th. Paulo Inesito now up into 10th place after starting 18th. Blake Veakin up 6 spots into 11th. And Tyler Ott continues his march to the front. Started in 29th, is now up into 15th. Boy, to start second to last and already be halfway through the field. He is having a great run here tonight. Brandon Newby cheering on Otto Cruz, but Brandon, why aren't you out there, Brandon? Lights go out on the pace car. They stack back up side by side. Can Richie Joplin hold them off again here on the restart? Pace car is in. Out of turn 4, they stack up. Richie fires. Green is back in the air. Patrick Gitter on the high side into turn 1. Cannot get there yet. He does manage to stay up high, but was trying to pin Richie Joplin down, but hasn't been able to do so. Richie clears him. Oh, Patrick Pieper in the wall. Gardner is around. Caution is out in front of the whole field. Oh, the big one in Martinsville. Everybody behind is caught. What a mess. We did say attrition would be a huge factor here tonight. And let's see what happened here. Everybody side by side trying to pick up a position, and off the turn, looked like the car on the bottom just snapped loose, came up into Gardner, and then the big stack up on the front straightaway. Several drivers able to stop. Jamie Knopp mixed up in this. I don't believe he was able to avoid this. Almost gets through, but Auto Cruz spins down into him. One car goes for a tumble. Looking at Tony Karen. Everybody stopping. Oh, he tried to get on the brakes. The car behind him was not quick enough, and Tony ends up down on the inside. Blake Veekin involved in it as well. It might have been Blake that went for the tumble. I think it was. No. Yes, it was. Just gets hit from behind and goes rolling. And half the field caught up in this one. Fourth caution of the night picks up and takes out several drivers. Blake Veekin had to tow to pit road. Oh, dang. I am so sorry, newbie. A lot of drivers went to pit road, got some repairs. Tyler Ott, who was charging through the field and took heavy damage in that incident, now back into 22nd and back on pit road trying to get some more repairs. Gardner looks like getting waved back around. Oh, sorry. I missed one on my count. Fifth caution of the night. Richie Joplin continues to lead. Patrick Gitter comes through that one in second place. And look who has started making their way forward just due to being able to avoid the worst of that. Kenny Hyde Jr. now to third. Clay Kirchenbauer in fourth. No, I'm sorry. Clay in third. Kenny in fourth. Paulo Anacito now up to fifth. PJ Cox in sixth. Look who has worked his way back toward the front two with no front clip. Jacob Morgan in 7th, Pudge in 8th, Patrick Pieper in 9th, Lance Sponberg now up to 10th. They stack back up, pace car is in, Richie fires, green is in the air. Off into turn 1, a lot of side-by-side mid-pack, some of the top drivers, some of the drivers at the front getting single file and staying that way quickly. Patrick Pieper missing a lot of the front clip as well as Jacob Morgan. Doesn't seem to be affecting him. Back up front, Clay Kirchenbauer made his way to third right after the restart. Now trying to run down Patrick Gitter and Richie Joplin. Richie trying to hold on for 8 more laps to get the bonus points for the stage win. He's led every lap so far. Patrick Gitter all over the back bumper. Clay up into third. Kenny Ike Jr. in fourth. Paulo Anacito up to 5th place. And look who's came from nowhere. Nowski up to 6th. PJ Cox is in 7th. A banged up Jacob Morgan in 8th. Patrick Pieper in 9th. Lance Sponberg, though, the biggest mover so far, up 18 spots into 10th. Tyler Ott has already started making his way forward again. He is back up into 18th. Richie Joplin, though, still holding Gitter off for the moment. The top two opening up a little bit of a gap on Kirchenbauer and Hyde. A little bobble out of Kirchenbauer. Hyde to the bottom and takes 3rd place. Gitter right to the back bumper of Richie Joplin. And Gitter all over the back bumper. 3 laps till the stage break. Richie seems to be getting the better run off the turn, but Patrick Gitter able to drive so much deeper into the corner. Kenny Hyde Jr. in 3rd. Clay now back to 4th. Paulo Anacito in 5th. Tyler Ott continues. Oh, we've got one around caution. And it is within 3 laps of the stage break, giving Richie Joplin the stage win. And Clayton Duncan is the one involved in this one. Looks like Otto just barely had the nose in. The 19 tried to cut the run off and ends up going around. Great wreck avoidance by the drivers. Jeff Sheldon getting caught up in this one. Looks like he was one of the drivers. Just had to stop to avoid it. Oh no, he gets into the back of SpongeBob. I think it's safe to say all but about the top 3 or 4 drivers now have damage. Caution number 6. All the drivers looks like are coming to pit road, except for Kenny Hyde Jr., who has stayed out. See if we can get a word with Kenny. Hey, Kenny, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that has been a wild first stage.
To say the least.
Bold strategy of you to stay out under the caution.
Fuel gauge is saying 70 laps till empty, so the next stage being at, they said the next 50, should be 100. I should be good. As long as I keep these yellows going, we should be all right.
Well, that definitely has worked out in a lot of drivers' favor, and the fuel mileage definitely is going to be a factor here tonight. How much further can you stretch it? I've seen guys go quite a ways here at Martinsville with cautions.
Like I said, at the yellow, it said 70 laps till empty. Right now, I'm coasting, shutting it off, turning it back on. Like, we're going to cross the line right now. It's going to say 116, and it goes up to 174. So it's an unknown right now, we'll call it.
Well, good luck, man, and good to see you out front. Hopefully you can hold on to that.
Be nice for the Silver Fox car to win the Silver Fox battle at the clip.
Wouldn't it, though?
It would. Let's see what we can do.
All right, good luck, buddy. Kenny High Jr. staying out. He is going to stretch the fuel to its absolute limit. Oh, Jason, I am so sorry to hear that. Apparently, Pudge's Pudge's stream has gone down, so glad we're able to help. Richie Joplin wins stage number 1, gets the bonus points. It's going to be an interesting remainder of the race. Now Tyler Ott was the first driver off pit road. He's going to start up front. He was marching through the field. Now he's got a fresh car and on the front row. Tyler Ott, Kenny Hyde Jr. up front. Jeremy Gardner, Patrick Gitter on the second row. Richie Joplin, Paulo Anacito on the third. Clay Kirchenbauer, Pudge, PJ Cox, and Jacob Morgan round out the top 10. Out of turn 4, here we go. Green flag, stage 2. Kenny Hyde Jr. hops to the top, and here comes Gardner for second. And a little bit of a stack up back behind. Everybody gets clear, though. And look at Tyler Ott trying to make his way back toward the front. Had picked up as many as 18 points earlier, or 18 positions earlier in the race, just trying to settle back in, find his rhythm, but stuck up on the high side right now. After restarting in second, he has drifted back to 5th. Meanwhile, Kenny Hyde Jr. holds the lead over Jeremy Gardner. Richie Joplin in 3rd, Patrick Gitter in 4th, Clay Kirchenbauer in 5th. And a side-by-side battle. Oh, Jarrett Woodard has crashed. No caution. Let's see what happened to Jarrett. Off into turn 1, side-by-side. Did not see anything that would have alerted us. We'll take another look here. Oh, there's Jarrett, and he just gets loose, goes around, but manages to keep the car straight. Caution is back out, and unfortunately, it looks like Richie Joplin is involved. After a really strong start, leading every lap, just gets, oh, the dive by the 21 down to the inside. Richie tried to keep him pinned down, but a drift up in the middle, and Jacob Morgan comes up and collects him as well. Caution number 7. Involving the Stage 1 winner, Richie Joplin. Meanwhile, Nowski up 15 spots into 5th. Paulo Anacito up 12 spots into 6th. Tyler Ott up 21 spots into 8th. And look who else is marching his way forward. Russell Worth up 8 spots into 11th. Josh Friel involved in the very first caution tonight up into 13th after starting 21st. And Lance Sponberg started 28th, now up to 14th. Clayton Duncan also up 6 spots into 17th. Sean Lesperance up 5 spots into 21st. It is definitely turning into one heck of an interesting evening. Kenny Hyde Jr. likely not pushing the car at all. Turning it off and back on again just to save fuel, playing the fuel mileage strategy here. Jeremy Gardner involved in one of the earlier incidents, now making his way back up into second. Patrick Gitter in third. Clay Kirchenbauer in fourth. And, of course, Pudge up to fifth place. But, man, that car has been through a lot tonight so far. Paulo Anacito up to sixth. Otto in seventh. Tyler Ott, though, that's a car we're going to watch closely. Up in eighth place, stuck on the outside after restarting in second after the stage. Drifted back to eighth place, but could very well start to charge forward again at any moment. He had picked up 18 spots earlier in the race. Pace car is in. Kenny Hyde Jr. in control of the restart. Out of turn 4, Kenny fires. Green is back in the air. Down into turn 1, and here comes Gitter down on the bottom. Patrick Gitter almost clearing into second place. Jeremy Gardner up on the high side in third. Looking to see where our points leader Justin Swafford is. Points leader Swafford back in 27th place. Hopefully him and SpongeBob can get back to the front. Nowski up into fourth. A lot of torn up race cars out here. Oh, I just realized Pudge drives a Ford. That might be part of the problem. Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth. Paul Anacito in sixth. Tyler Ott drifted back into ninth before getting back down to the bottom. Can he charge forward again? And Gitter has taken the lead. Let's see how he managed to get by Kenny Hyde Jr. here. Massive dive to the outside. Seeing a lot of moves happening on the outside here tonight. May have scraped the wall, but goes to the lead. And caution is back out. SpongeBob was involved. No, I am sorry. Yeah, it does look like SpongeBob was involved in this one. Off of turn 4, gets loose, goes around. Looks like Lonnie Roberts also gets sent around. No, Lonnie has a massive push on corner entry, trying to get on the gas off the turn and ends up going around. Patrick Gitter in the lead. See if we can get a quick word with Pudge, since we know he's had some issues. Hey Pudge, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, Doug. What's up, brother?
Hey man, that car's a little beat up.
It is. I'm saving that fast repair, man.
Probably a wise strategy. Seems to be working for some guys missing entirely the front clip tonight.
I know, man. That one wreck we had, it stomped up the whole front stretch. Hopefully the guys will calm down a little bit so we can get some good racing in.
Well, I've noticed an interesting trend here. We're seeing a lot of passing on the high side. Can you get up there and get something done?
That's what I'm going to try here. I'm going to try to get a good restart, try to make a move on the outside, maybe gain another spot, get in that top 3.
Well, good luck, buddy. It's been an exciting one so far.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Doug.
Nowski trying to break into the top 3 here. Brenda, it definitely is always the Fords. Tyler Ott still up in 9th. We'll be watching him closely. Lance Sponberg up to 15th after starting 28th. Sean Lesperant starting to come alive again as well. He is up to 17th. Our points leader, Justin Swafford, though, has drifted back to 28th. SpongeBob not having a great night here tonight. Just for fun and to help Justin Swafford feel better, drop in the comments and answer this question. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? David, that is the funniest comment of the night so far. Pace car is in, and Getter controls, he fires, green is back in the air. And Kenny Hyde Jr. trying to make his way, but Patrick Getter shoots to the lead. Gardner in 3rd, and here comes Pudge. He said he was going high, and he is making it work. Oh, Gardner is around. Pudge up to the high side. Caution is out. Was it off the nose of Pudge? And it looked like there might have been a little more chaos back behind. Oh, it looks like Pudge just outbraked Gardner into the turn. Gardner gets yeeted into the outside wall. Looks like Colby Whipple may have been caught in this, as well as Clayton Duncan. Whipple up on the high side. Oh, apparently Otto started checking up, and yeah, Colby just didn't get it in time. Well, Brandon, yeah, you're partly right. Of note, Russell Worth now up into 8th place, continuing his march toward the front. All right, let's see if we can get a quick word with our points leader, Justin Swafford. Hey, Justin, who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
You and SpongeBob are definitely having a rough night tonight.
Yeah, I think Sandy brushed up on her karate. She kicking my butt tonight.
Well, with all the cautions and with a little bit of attrition, can you get up there? You came in with not a huge points lead tonight and need to make up a little ground on Gardner.
Yeah, right now it's just all about survival. I mean, I'm stuck 2 laps down trying to fight my way back. So once we get on the lead lap, we'll see what we got for him.
Well, man, good luck and keep SpongeBob dry.
10-4, Doug. Thank you.
Justin Swafford, the points leader, all the way back in 26th place. But hopefully him and SpongeBob can make their way back to the front. Worth noting, the Stage 1 winner, Richie Joplin, who led the first 50-some laps, is now back into 11th place, looking to make his way back toward the front. He was one of the 5 fastest in practice. He obviously qualified in 2nd and led every lap for Stage 1, looking for a win on one of the shortest tracks they run at, after winning at the biggest track they run at Talladega last season. Patrick Getter, Kenny Hyde Jr. now side by side. Clay Kirchenbauer Pudge on the 2nd row. Otto Paulo Anacito on the 3rd row. Tyler Ott, Russell Worth on the 4th. PJ Cox and Brody Green rounding out the top 10. Here they come out of turn 4. Gitter controls the restart. He fires and green is back in the air. Gitter a good jump into turn 1. A side-by-side battle for third. And caution out on the restart. Russell Worth involved. Russell heads off into turn. Oh, just gets a little boot to the left rear. Great job by Sean Lesperance. We talked about it a few weeks ago. Sean Lesperance could not catch a break every single race. If something happened on the track or at another track or in another country, Lesperance seemed to get caught in it. Tonight, he has been able to avoid several wrecks. Almost everybody staying out this time. A few drivers in for repairs like Tony Caron. But for the most part, guys staying out, stretching the fuel, stretching the tires. This could be a situation where only one more pit stop for all the drivers at the stage at lap 100. Patrick Gitter, Kenny Hyde Jr. still at the front. Gitter comes in third in points. Stands to make up a lot of points on Gardner and Swafford here tonight. Budge also fourth in points, stands to make up a lot of points here tonight as well. That lead by Swafford and Gardner was starting to open up just a little bit. But tonight could be the great equalizer. Justin, I did 2. Last count, I believe it's 9. David, what is for dessert? Just out of curiosity, do you deliver? Lights are back out on the pace car. They stack back up for the restart. Ryan McDaniel now just outside of the top 10 in 11th. Joshua Friel up to 12th. Lance Sponberg in 13th. Russell Worth in 14th. Sean Lesperance now up into 15th. A lot of drivers starting to make their way forward again. Tyler Ott back up into 7th. And here we go. Patrick Gitter fires. Green flag is in the air. Into turn 1, and these cars definitely seem to have the power to make a move on the high side. Keep the bottom car pinched down. Otto has a bobble in the middle of the turn. Clay Kirchenbauer had to check up massively, and now Paulo has a run. Kirchenbauer able to get back down to the bottom. Tyler Ott in 7th, one to watch closely as he has charged through the field all night. But Richie Joplin, the early leader, back up into 8th. Ryan McDaniel has cracked the top 10 for the first time tonight. I bet Scooby is a bit scared. Patrick Gitter has opened up a huge lead, and now Pudge is up to second. Otto Cruz in third. Kenny Hyde Jr. has fallen back to fourth. Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth, closing in. Meanwhile, Richie Joplin all over the back bumper of Tyler Ott. Russell Worth also starting to make some moves back toward the front. He is back up into 14th. Sean Lesperon starting to make his way forward again. Although he lost a spot to Gardner there, Lesperon's in 17th. Gardner trying to fight his way back toward the front. And Patrick Gitter has checked out. He has almost a 2-second lead over Pujanowski. Oh, David, that's just wrong. Can you bring me some? Otto Cruz in third now. Kenny Hyde Jr. in fourth. Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth. Paulo Anacito starting to close in on the top five. Richie Joplin right in his tire tracks, but Tyler Ott still lurking. Richie managed to get by Tyler Ott for 7th place. And one who's quietly making his way forward right now is Brody Green, who has quietly sat around 10th, 11th place all night long. Caution again. And it looks like Russell Worth is involved. Russell was just starting to make his way back toward the front. Off the turn a little too... Oh, almost saved it when it snapped loose on him. Held the brakes, let everybody else by. Great save by Russell, but he does lose a lot of track position. This will not count as the stage break. It was more than 3 laps to the stage. So Pudge has a shot here at a stage win. And it does appear they are going to call it the stage, and Patrick Gitter is going to lead them all down. Pudge in second, Otto Cruz in third, Kenny Hyde Jr. in fourth, Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth. All getting bonus points. Patrick Gitter getting bonus points for the stage win. Let's see if we can get a word with Patrick. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you, Doug.
Hey, another stage win here tonight. You got to be happy with the way this race is going.
Yeah, man. So far, so good. It's just with Martinsville, you never know what's going to happen. It's all about track position, tight quarters here, side-by-side racing. So you just never know, man. Just fortunate to get the stage win there before. I got into Richie there on that earlier run. Just kind of locked it up and slid up into him after stage 1. But, we'll see what happens here. For the rest of the race, 100 laps, is going to be hopefully green flag from here. So we'll see what happens.
If it goes green flag from here, we've heard a couple of guys talk about fuel mileage, fuel strategy. If it goes green from here, can you go the distance?
Yeah, that pit stop, I only took fuel. Tire wear doesn't seem like it's going to be a huge issue here. It's more so about track position. So I'm hoping that's going to pay off. Just tried to really have a short pit stop to keep some track position. So we'll see how it plays out.
Well, good luck, buddy.
Yep, appreciate it. Thanks, Doug.
Patrick Gitter, fuel only, and thinks he can make it from here. It's going to be close, but I have seen guys go further, and a single caution in the next 100 laps could definitely secure all the drivers making it on no more pit stops. A lot of drivers did get some repairs, a lot of drivers taking fast repairs under that caution in case it stays green. Lonnie Roberts now starting on the outside as we go green. Gitter fires, green is back in the air, and Roberts was in the wall. Caution is going to be back out. What a heartbreak. Auto Cruz, Lonnie Roberts involved. It looked like, let's see what happened here. Looked like Lonnie might have spun the tires and got the wall. Lonnie just gets the wall, comes down, and gets into Otto. Otto having a very difficult night. Take a closer look at this, see if he spun the tires on this or just... I think he might have been in the wrong gear on the restart. Tough break for Lonnie Roberts after getting a bunch of track position under the last caution. Brandon Newby asked a valid question. Will Gitter's tires, or will Gitter's, will pedals survive? I am not speaking English well tonight. And just FYI, I'm running low on water. Patrick Gitter and Pudge have the front, but look who's on the second row now. Sean Lesperant and Kenny Hyde Jr. Clay Kirchenbauer, Apollo Anacito on the third row. Richie Joplin, Lance Spawnberg on the front row. Lance up 20 spots now into 8th. Tyler Ott up 20 spots into 9th. Jeff Sheldon up into 10th. Jacob Morgan still trying to recover in 16th. Let's see if we can get a word. I'm just kidding, Jacob. I'm not going to interview you. Since I know he's listening, it was all I could do not to mess with him a little. Sean Lesperance started back in 26th and has made his way up into 3rd. And on his pit stop, he took 4 tires and fuel, so it's not like he's playing pit strategy or anything here. He has just drove the car to the front. Only 2 drivers out of the race so far, Blake Veakin and Lyle Mitchell. Everybody else, 28 cars, still on track. The lights are out on the pace car. Pudge has not led a lap all night, has made passes on the high side. Can he make the pass that counts here? Patrick Gitter fires there away. Green is in the air, and Pudge has some problems. On the restart, Lesperance to the bottom. Lesperance drives off the track. Gets Pudge a little bit. Pudge gets into the wall. No caution. But Pudge going backwards. Now back to 8th and falling quickly. Biggest winner on that, Richie Joplin, who just flew by, has made his way up to 4th. And look at this. Tyler Ott back in the top 5. Caution is out. Patrick Pieper involved. And everybody stacks up into the corner. Patrick to the high side just gets loose and goes around. What a rough night for that car. I appreciate it, David. Patrick faking to pit road. And something happened to L'Esperance in that exchange. I think he might have been caught behind Pudge in that, but he has dropped back into 10th, excuse me. Now Clay Kirchenbauer back into third. Richie Joplin in fourth. Let's see if we can get a word with our third place driver. Hey Clay, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey Doug, how's it going?
Hey man, I got to tell you, David is eating pie and ice cream without us.
Well, that's not fair.
I know, and he won't bring me any. So anyway, you have had a mostly fairly clean night tonight, all things considered.
Yeah, I'm gonna credit that to my 10 years of go-kart racing experience, where I've had thousands of people crash directly in front of me, and I've gotten pretty good at avoiding it. So I'm not saying I'll keep it that way, but so far so good.
Well, so far so good indeed. Up to third place, and you continue. Team Kirchenbauer continues to march up the points, up into seventh. And with the way things are falling tonight, looks like you'll pick up a couple of positions in the points if you hold on to that top position.
Well, I'm gonna try. I feel like I'm not fast. I'm just trying to be consistent and not not do anything stupid. And so hopefully I get a little luck and I can just kind of keep it in the top 5, and that'd be a great night for me.
Well, it's definitely been a good night so far. Good luck, and hope you can keep her clean.
Appreciate it, Doug. Thanks.
Clay Kirchenbauer currently in third. Blake, you know what? Your flip actually caught us all by surprise. I have broadcasted probably 100 races here, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody get flipped at Martinsville. So, you are definitely one of a kind, buddy. Patrick Gitter leads them around. Lights are out on the pace car. They begin to stack back up. This is true, Blake. Pace car is in. Gitter controls the restart. He is fired as early as possible, and there he goes. But Kenny Hyde Jr. was... Oh, Kenny bobbles. Looked like he got a little wheel spin, but he holds on to her. And look at the run he has off of turn 2. But not enough. Gitter pulls ahead. Richie Joplin makes his way back into third, shoving Clay Kirchenbauer back to fourth. And here comes Tyler Ott, who has made his way through the field like crazy tonight. Caution is out. Russell Worth involved. Russell Worth and Otto Cruz nose to tail again. Otto, massive dive into the turn, gets into Russell's side and sends him around. And what a crazy turn of events that was. Worth noting that I've run out of water and I am now drinking Brody Green's sponsor here tonight. See if we can get a word. We've not actually talked to Brody. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Hey, Brody, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, having a great run so far tonight, up into 6. We've seen you come through quite a bit here tonight.
Yeah, it's a long race.
Has been quite a bit of excitement around you, but for the most part, you've been able to avoid all the chaos.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's in Martinsville. That's what it is. Just avoid it and move forward.
Well, man, good luck tonight, and I'm very thankful for your sponsor because I ran out of water.
Awesome, thank you.
Brody Green currently runs in 6th place. Ryan McDaniel in 7th. Paulo Anacito in 8th. And Sean Lesperance in 9th. Jeff Sheldon has made his way back into the top 10. Currently running in 10th. Right behind him, Lance Sponberg has just quietly marched through the field tonight. He is up to 17th. And look who's up, or he is up 17 spots into 11th. Look who has made his way up to 13th after starting in 24th. Heavily damaged, but still fighting his way forward. Colby Whipple. Nowski has fallen all the way back to 15th. Jacob Morgan in 16th. Still no front clip. Still fighting. They stack back up. Patrick Gitter, Kenny Hyde Jr. side by side on the front row. Richie Joplin, Clay Kirchenbauer on the second. Tyler Ott, Brody Green now up on the third row. Ryan McDaniel and Paulo Anacito on the fourth row. Sean Lesperance and Jeff Sheldon now rounding out the top 10. Lance Sponberg, Joshua Friel just outside of the top 10 in 11th and 12th. Patrick Gitter controls the restart as the pace car drops in. Kenny Hyde Jr. is not going to let Gitter get away with it this time. He catches him. They drag race down to turn 1. Kenny's still up on the high side. A little momentum. Oh, caution is out behind. Lance Sponberg and Brody Green involved. Looks like there was a checkup on the inside line and then a little bobble by Sponberg as he gets back on the gas. And then Brody Green had spun right in front of him. Brody Green in on the high side. Oh, Brody spins the tires on the restart. And wow, what a stack up in turn 1. A lot of drivers caught up in that. Brody comes back around, manages to hold on to 11th for the moment. Gitter and Kenny Hyde Jr. on the front row again. Kenny Hyde Jr., the only one that's been able to hang with Patrick Gitter so far on the restarts tonight. Tyler Ott back in 5th. Let's see if we can get a quick word with Tyler. Hey, Tyler, this is Doug. You got me?
I gotcha.
Hey, I have to ask, man, you've picked up 24 spots so far. You got another 4 in you?
These guys are real tough. I'm just glad to be up here racing next to them.
Man, you have charged through the field more than once. You've gotten set backwards a couple of times and still managed to make your way back up into the top 5. It's been an impressive run overall.
Yeah, I was just planning on hanging back all day, but then I started passing cars.
Well, it has definitely worked out for you. Can you get by these guys and get up front?
I'm sure going to try.
Well, good luck, bud. It has been an amazing run to the front for you.
Thanks.
Tyler Ott obviously ready to go back. He has got a fast car tonight. Patrick Gitter has the lead still. Patrick Gitter came into tonight in third place in points, 21 points out of the lead, but with Gardner running back in 27th right now, he's going to make up a lot of ground here. Looks like Joshua Friel did not get waved around. So he is at the tail end of the lead lap, right in front of the leaders. Pace car shoots in. This could get interesting. A lap car on the inside. They fire. Green is back in the air, and this might be the opportunity Kenny needed. The 13 drops to the inside, comes up. He clips Patrick Gitter. Nice save by Kenny Hyde Jr., but he is going backwards. And Patrick Gitter is in the lead. Bryant, it is definitely a bit tonight. Clay Kirchenbauer in second. Now Paulo Anacito has made his way up into third. Richie Joplin to fourth. Tyler Ott now in fifth. Jeff Sheldon is in sixth. McDaniel in seventh. Sean Lesperance in eighth. Caution is out. Jacob Morgan involved. Looks like the 19 may have been blinking a little bit. Morgan gets up to the high side, dives. Oh! He dove, got the angle wrong on corner entry, clips the curb. A bunch of guys get caught up trying to avoid it. Looks like Jarrett Woodard was involved. Otto Cruz, Tony Karen, and Dean Webb. Otto tried to get down to the inside, and they were three wide with a wreck in front of them. That did not work out. Just over 70 laps to go, and it has been a rough race. Almost every car out there has some damage. Kirchenbauer has a little damage on the back end. It looks like Patrick Gitter's car, for the most part, clean. Although he did have some scrapes with the outside wall. Paulo Anacito has come through a lot of chaos. Richie Joplin has been around a couple of times. Tyler Ott has been to the front, wrecked to the back, back to the front. Jeff Sheldon has been turned around a couple of times, but him and Captain Morgan making their way forward. Ryan McDaniel's been caught in a couple. Sean Lesperance has been hit hard a few times. He's still making his way up. Clayton Duncan has come from 23rd to 9th now. That car has quite a bit of damage to it as well. And Colby Whipple barely held together right now, but still going in 10th. Pudge, who was back in 15th earlier, has fought his way back up into 11th. PJ Cox now in 12th. Lance Spawnberg up to 13th. Brody Green, after going around, is in 14th. Otto Cruz in 15th. Kenny Hyde Jr. back to 16th. Jamie Knopf in 17th. Jacob Morgan in 18th. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Gitter controls the restart. Kirchenbauer up top. Gitter fires their way. Green flag in the air. It looks like Jeff Sheldon got a big push in the middle of turn 1. Up on the high side, falls back into 6th. And a big Colby Whipple up the track. A lot of banging going on. Whipple starting to fade just a little bit. Cranks it back up off into the turn. Oh, Whipple way high. Here comes Pudge on the run. Gets the nose down inside. Can't get anything. Now he's got the inside run. And it's a drag race into one. Caution is out. Joshua Friel involved. Jamie Knopp, Jarrett Woodard as well. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Oh, and the 38 just pushes up the track into Friel. Nowhere for the guys behind to go. Blake Viken now cheering on Paulo Anacito for Hold My Beer Motorsports. Which I have to say, Blake, the side of your car looked awesome tonight. Paulo now up into 4th. Tyler Ott in 5th. Several drivers in the top 10 have come from 13 or more spots, or have picked up 13 or more spots so far tonight. Tyler Ott, the biggest mover so far, up 24 spots. Tyler did say he'd be happy with a top 5 finish here tonight, but one of the fastest cars on track could easily make his way into the lead before tonight is over. Patrick Gitter has led the most laps so far tonight. Second most led by Richie Joplin. Richie currently runs in 3rd. Won stage number 1. Led every lap of the first stage. Now looking to get back to the lead and possibly pull off the win here tonight. Paulo Anacito in 4th, Tyler Ott in 5th, Jeff Sheldon up into 6th. Great to see him back up in the top 10. Ryan McDaniel sneakily working his way back up in the top 10 as well in 7th. Sean Lesperance in 8th has had a rough night. A lot of missing body panels on that car, but he is still in this fight. They stack back up for the restart. Fuel mileage no longer an issue. Everybody can go the distance. Pace car is in. Gitter fires there away. Green is in the air. Through 1 and 2, Gitter quickly to the lead. A lot of battling going on just outside of the top 10. Here comes Pudge, trying to make his way up. Kenny Hyde Jr. right behind him. And a little bobble out of L'Esperance out of turn 4. Kenny Hyde Jr. capitalizes on it, as does Pudge. Right in front of him, Clayton Duncan starting to blink. Oh, Clayton Duncan loses the back end. Manages to keep it off the wall, but caution does come out. Looks like there was another issue involving Lance Sponberg and Russell Worth. Russell, just gets the nose inside. Sponberg tried to cut the run off a little bit, it looked like. They go around. Darren Silva caught in that, as was Clayton Duncan. Let's see if we can get a word with our 4th place driver, Paulo Inesito. Hey, Paulo, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
Hey, really good. Man, you're having a wild, wild night. I know you've been around a couple times, been caught in some messes, and still managing to get your way back up here into 4th.
Yeah, it's been eventful, that's for sure. Kind of just in survival mode right now.
Well, with just over 50 laps to go, I know everybody can make it from here on fuel, but can you get past these 3 guys in front of you?
Let's go with no, but, I'll try. You never know.
It has been a little bit wild on the restarts. Is everybody being a little bit more cautious about the gas pedal and spinning the tires, or is it full send right off the go?
Oh, no, you got to be... Well, I'm pretty easy on the gas pedal. It seems like it just wants to spin right away.
It is putting down a lot of horsepower in these cars.
Oh, yeah. Lots of fun, though. Great group of guys here.
Well, man, congratulations on your run so far. Hope you hold on to it, and hopefully you can keep moving forward.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll see what happens here.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Paulo Inesito up to 4th, looking to see if he can make his way a few more spots toward the front. Paulo comes in tonight 5th in points, and looking like he might make up a few positions here tonight as well. Patrick Gitter, meanwhile, continuing to lead. The points leader, Jeremy Gardner, still back in 27th. Tonight has definitely not gone Swafford's way. Lights are out, and it looks like we're going single file on the restart this time. Definitely gives the advantage to Patrick Gitter here. But in an effort to keep things green a little bit longer, they're going single file. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Just over 50 to go from Martinsville. Paulo already under attack from Tyler Ott, Ryan McDaniel, and look at Jeff Sheldon. Oh, Jeff gets a push. He straightens McDaniel back out. They both lose a couple of positions. Kenny Hyde Jr. gets stuck in behind it. Now Kenny Hyde Jr. to the bottom. A big lockup from the 66 of Ryan McDaniel. Oh! Sean L'Esperance is around. L'Esperance goes around into pit road. Let's see what happened to Sean here. Has to check up for the 66. Gets a run underneath, and McDaniel, they just touch mid-corner. Lesperance just goes backwards. And caution is out again. Jarrett Woodard and Darren Silva involved. Yeah, a lot of banging going on late in the race. Oh, a hard hit. Woodard just sends it too deep into one. Gets on the brakes, goes around. Otto Cruz has been involved in literally everything here tonight and is still holding on to the top 10. See if we can get a word with him. Hey Otto, this is Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I have to ask, man, I did hear about a wreck earlier today at Talladega, and you were involved in that one. There was a wreck about 5 minutes ago. You were caught in at Homestead as well.
Oh, man, it's been bad. It's been bad. I mean, this is a tough track. Everybody's just, it's tight quarters for sure. So you get into people, they don't realize you got runs on them. I've caused a couple that I probably should have backed out of, but some of the other ones, it's just like, wow.
It has definitely been an interesting night, but like I said, man, I don't think you have managed to avoid any of them tonight. It has just caught you every single time. Yeah, here you are back in 7th.
Yeah, we got a fast car. I mean, we were just riding there in the top 3 at the end of that last stage and just content till the end. We got caught up in something, and we're going to try to get back up there. We got a little bit of damage, but I think we're okay.
Well, good luck, man. You definitely have made quite a comeback here tonight.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate everything you do, man.
My pleasure, buddy. Otto Cruz has definitely been on the losing end of a lot of cautions here tonight, but still in good spirits. And, hey, he's in 7th place, so continuing to fight his way forward. Hayes' car is in. Single file again. Gitter fires their way. Kirchenbauer in 2nd, Ritchie in 3rd. Taking a look from the blimp at the top 6 or 7 cars here. A little further back, going through the field. Everybody getting single file and staying single file. Sean Lesperance has managed to get back into 18th place after going around at pit road exit. PJ Cox also starting to move his way forward. He is up into 11th now. But it is Patrick Gitter that continues to lead the field around at Martinsville. Clay Kirchenbauer in 2nd, but Richie Joplin has started to close in and attack. Tyler Ott has now made his way up into 4th, Paulo in 5th, and Pudge is back up into 6th. Otto Cruz all over the back bumper, and look at this, Kenny Hyde Jr. trying to make a move to the outside. Jeff Sheldon in 9th, Colby Whipple now back into the top 10. PJ Cox in 11th has Brody Green right close by. And Brody has a torn up car, the torn up car of Dean Webb right there on the bumper. Jacob Morgan, after being caught in a lot of early incidents and having no front clip for the majority of the race, has got his car fixed and is now back into 14th. Right in front of him, the battle for 12th goes. Brody Green up to the high side. Caution is out, and it's Lesperance again. Sean obviously just got that car fixed. Gets loose on corner exit into the inside wall, and the front is banged up, but he keeps going. Patrick Gitter in the lead, but right before the caution, look who made his way into second place. Richie Joplin got past Clay Kirchenbauer. Jeff Sheldon now up into ninth. Colby Whipple currently in 10th. Hey Colby, it's Doug. You got me?
What's up, Doug?
Hey, your car's a little beat up, but you keep fighting back.
Hey, this is a low-speed track, not very much aerodynamics going on. It's just about being able to turn the wheel, and my car's doing it, so it's working.
Are you going to be able to keep marching your way forward? You're already up 14 spots. Can you get another 9?
Hey, I'm going to just keep driving easy. If somebody wants to get by me, I'm not going to race them that hard right now. There's still a long ways to go. Honestly, another 35 laps. Long ways, still have my faster pair, so I'm just kind of saving it, hanging out, and if I have to use it, I will, but, I would not be upset with the top 10, so we're just going to have a good time.
Well, good luck, man. You've definitely fought through a lot here tonight.
It's been a rough one, but looking forward to a good finish.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
Colby Whipple, another one that's been caught up in a lot. And yes, you are. I was saving that joke for later, newbie. Dang it. Pace car is in. Patrick Gitter is leading him around. Richie Joplin in second. Richie, it's time to use the force, buddy. Go for it. Green flag back in the air. Patrick Gitter to the lead. Richie Joplin right on his back bumper. Clay Kirchenbauer with him. Tyler Ott. The single file restarts have definitely helped here. Paulo Anacito trying to make some moves. Otto Cruz trying to make something happen on the high side, but here comes Kenny Hyde Jr. Oh, Otto is into the wall. No caution. I don't know if Otto got bumped or just lost it. Let's take a look. Oh, he drove in and just hit the inside on the 72. Tried to pull up and put himself in the wall, trying to not wreck the 72 of Paulo Anacito. You got to give the sportsmanship to Otto tonight as well. He definitely went out of his way to not wreck a competitor on that one. Caution is out. It looks like PJ Cox involved. Otto down to... Oh, Otto gets a push off the turn. Gets into PJ's back bumper. And it did look like Dean Webb also got into the back bumper of Otto after he checked up. Hey, Jacob Morgan is back in the top 10. Should we interview him? Brody Green is moving up into 11th. Auto Cruz, Dean Webb, both on pit road. Patrick Pieper now back in 12th. Sean Lesperance is starting to make his way forward again in 13th. And Lance Spawnberg, what a run he has had. Another guy who's been caught in a lot of them. Lance Spawnberg now up into 14th. Clayton Duncan in 15th. PJ Cox also on pit road. Tony Karen picking up a couple of spots here. Points leader Justin Swafford appears to be out of the race. Jamie Knopf in 24th. Swafford currently scored in 25th. Russell Worth out of the race in 26th. Hey, Russell, a bit of a heartbreak seeing you out, buddy, after you charging your way forward so much. I was so hoping you were going to have a good run tonight. It looked like you had the momentum. Just some bad luck, bud. Lights are out on the pace car. Single file restart once again. Gitter, Joplin, Kirchenbauer, Ott, and Kenny Hyde Jr. the top 5. Pace car is in. From the blimp. Gitter fires a little bit of wheel spin, but he holds it. Green flag is in the air. Into turn 1, and look up on the high side. Kenny Hyde Jr. on the move. Tyler Ott not giving him a hard battle yet here. 25 laps to go at the line. Oh, Richie Joplin bounces off the wall but holds on to it. Swafford, the points leader, some bad luck, backed out. iRacing glitches prevented him from getting back to the lead lap. A heartbreaking night for the points leader after such a good start to the season. Clay Kirchenbauer back in 3rd. Kenny Hyde Jr. in 4th. Tyler Ott in 5th. Paulo Anacito in 6th. Pudge now in 7th. Jacob Morgan up to 8th place. Colby Whipple now up to 9th. And Patrick Pieper in 10th. Sean Lesperance in 12th. Lance Spawnberg in 14th. Oh, 3 wide, but Tyler Ott is in the tires. Let's see what happened to Tyler. He was having one of the best runs of the night. Gets loose in the middle of 1 and 2. Gets in the grass, almost saves it. Tyler toes to pit road, no caution. And a very promising night for Tyler Ott comes to a dramatic conclusion. Patrick Gitter, meanwhile, 1 second lead over Richie Joplin. Clay Kirchenbauer in 3rd. Kenny Hyde Jr. in 4th. Pudge now up into 5th. Jacob Morgan is charging again, now up into 6th place. Paulo Anacito holding on to 7th. Patrick Pieper in 8th. Colby Whipple in 9th. Brody Green in 10th. Lesperance has made his way back up into 11th. Lance Spawnberg currently in 15th, trying to make his way forward. Clayton Duncan, though, keeps fighting back tonight as well. PJ Cox up to the high side. Oh, bobbling. A lot of guys starting to see a little bit of tire wear and tire spin off the turns. Gitter having no problems at all. Caution is out. Jeff Sheldon involved. Off into turn one, right behind Sean Lesperot. Almost drives into Lesperot. It's hard on the brakes to avoid it and gets it, I believe, Dean Webb right behind him. Sheldon toes to pit road. Richie Joplin gets another shot at Patrick Gitter, but Gitter did not want to see this caution. He had pulled out to over a 1 1/4 second lead. Kenny Hyde Jr. in fourth, Pudge in fifth, and Jacob Morgan, who has started marching his way forward, is back into sixth. Jacob has had an up and down kind of night. He has spent the first two stages without a front clip on the car, was involved in the first caution of the night, drove over 100 laps without the front clip, and now fully repaired, back up in the fight. Several close calls with victory lane last season. Several more this season, and bad luck catches him at the end of the race. Should we ask him about it? Just kidding, Jacob. I'm not going to do that to you, buddy. Patrick Gitter would take the points lead here tonight. However, it has been said more than once this season, there is no way that Gitter will win another title. It'll be interesting to see the remainder of the season if Gitter gets to the points lead here tonight, what steps are taken to prevent him from winning another championship. Lights are out on the pace car. Single file restart. Just over 10 laps to go. Who is it going to be? Can Gitter hold on to it? Can Richie use the force and get past him? Maybe just a little force push on the restart. Here we go. Gitter shoots to the lead. It is back behind where it's getting interesting. Clay looks to the inside. Kenny Hyde Jr. finds a move on the outside. Jacob Morgan now looking under Pudge. Richie Joplin into second place, puts Clay behind him. Clay holds off Kenny. Pudge holds off Jacob. Caution is out again. Looking to see, not seeing what could have caused that one. Looks like, can't really tell. I'm not seeing anything that would have caused a caution on that one. Pace car is back in. Quickie caution, and here we go. They fire, and green flag is back in the air. 8 laps to go. Kirchenbauer to the bottom for second. Can't get there yet. Here comes Pudge. Big checkup mid-turn. Jacob Morgan up to the high side. Caution is out, and this might be a big one. Dean Webb involved. Looks like Lesperance gets loose on the restart. Dean to the high side. Oh, Lesperance gets a run into one, gets into Brody. Brody up into Dean, and Otto Cruz is caught in that one. A bunch of guys caught up trying to fight for every single position. Patrick Gitter still in the lead. Richie Joplin in second. Clay in third. Kenny Hyde Jr. in fourth. Pudge in fifth. Jacob Morgan in sixth. Paulo Anacito in seventh. Patrick Pieper in eighth. Colby Whipple now up to ninth. And Clayton Duncan in 10th. Otto Cruz now into 11th. PJ Cox in 12th. Lance Sponberg 13th. Tony Karen 14th, and Josh Friel in 15th. Sean Lesperance, Dean Webb, and Brody Green round out the 18 cars still on the lead lap. And out of 30 cars, only about 5 that are out of the 6 out of the race. Make that 7. It looks like Jared Woodard is out. Don't forget, if you missed any of the Nowski Nation races, you can find them on our YouTube channel. Links are in the description. Pace car is in. Patrick Gitter gets one more attempt. Can he hold him off? One mistake on the restart could cost him. He fires early. Green is back in the air. Clay looks to the inside for second again, but Richie sends it into one deep. A little too deep. He drifts up the track. Clay gets a run on the bottom. It's a drag race into turn 3 for second place. Richie and Clay Kirchenbauer side by side. Richie pulls ahead. Kenny Hyde Jr. has passed on the high side almost every time tonight. Looking for another attempt at that. Patrick Gitter comes around. He'll get the white flag this time by. White flag is in the air for Patrick Gitter. Looking for his first win of the season. A bunch of cars wrecking on the final lap. But here comes Patrick Gitter for his first win. Oh my goodness. He has to avoid traffic on the front straightaway and pulls off the win. Richie Joplin comes home in second. Clay Kirchenbauer in third. Before we take interviews, let's take a quick look at what happened after the white flag came out. Looks like Otto Cruz, Clayton Duncan, Lance Sponberg involved. Otto deep and Otto just gets bumped into the wall. Cars piling up behind. Clayton Duncan just drives in, gets into him. Clayton gets turned around, and several cars get turned around. That is the mess that the leaders had to drive through coming to the checkers. And let's see if we can talk to our third place driver, Clay Kirchenbauer. Hey, Clay, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, how's it going?
Hey, I have to ask, how was coming to the finish line there?
That was pucker time right there, Doug. I was puckered up there. Not fun.
I can imagine not, but man, after a wild race like that, you got to be happy with a top 3 finish here tonight.
Yeah, like I said before, I was just trying to survive and keep it clean. And I mean, I had plenty of luck to be able to do that. So happy with third, and we'll go on to next week.
I have to say, looking at the points right now, you came in tonight 7th, but it does look like you're going to pick up at least a couple of spots and should crack into the top 5 tonight.
Well, that's good news. I think I'm gonna have Indy in the car again next week at Texas. He likes his mile and a half, so hopefully, we can keep moving our way forward. And man, I'd love to get us a win. That would be pretty sweet. I'm tired of. I have so many podiums here, Doug. You know this. I'm gonna get one of these days.
Well, in the law of averages, it should be any week now.
I hope so. I appreciate it.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Richie Joplin comes home in 2nd. And Richie, I have to say, you had a lot of folks cheering for you tonight. You came home in 2nd. Man, what a great run.
Yes, thank you. I got turned accidentally by a getter, but it's okay. It's Martinsville, and I came back from, what was that? How far did I fall back?
I believe about 14th, yeah.
And I came back and finished 2nd. I'll take that all day long.
Plus getting a stage win and leading over 50 laps in a row. That was pretty impressive tonight.
Yes, it was. And I done a lot of practice here to get used to the track. And I want to give a shout out to Nowski Nation, Pudge and all that for letting me race with them. And to Kobe Whipple for the paint I was running tonight. So I enjoyed it.
It looked beautiful. We were definitely hoping the force would be with you, and I hope you're in victory lane at Texas next week, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
Richie Joplin comes home 2nd, continues with a great season, and this is going to be a weird thing to say here. Patrick, I have to say this is a weird thing to say. That is your first win of the season.
Man, this is wins. Even like top 5s are hard to come by in this league. I haven't had very good luck so far this year. I've just struggled with staying out of wrecks or pit strategy. So man, I'm just happy it worked out for me tonight.
It definitely worked out rather well. You had to have one of the cleanest cars. I know I caught you scraping the wall a couple of times, but for the most part, that car came home pretty clean tonight.
Yeah, man, I was fortunate here at Martinsville. It's just, in my experience at Martinsville, if you get in the back, you never know what's going to happen. It's just so much of it is track position, staying up front, keeping the car clean. After that first stage, I went into pit, took tires and fuel, and was hoping I could make it the rest of the way without having to come in and pit, and worked out for me tonight. So I'm just fortunate for that.
Well, you are going to pick up the points lead tonight with the issues with Swafford and Gardner, but I do know it has been said repeatedly by multiple drivers, there is no way you're winning another title this season.
Man, I got my work cut out for me. We got another strong group of guys in this field. A few new guys that were helping with some race control last season. We've got more, other new guys too that are new to the group. They're bringing a lot of speed, so you never know, man. I don't think we've had this. I don't think we've had the same person win more than one race all season. So good racing here, man. I just want to give a shout out to Richie. He ran a hell of a race. I hate that we got together there early in the run, but I'm just glad he came back, man. He's named Charge and Joplin for a reason, man. He came back up to 2nd, so proud of him for that finish. Proud of all the guys. Thanks to Silver Fox Racing for sponsoring the race tonight, and just looking forward to next week.
All right, man. We'll see you next week. Congratulations on the win.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
And Jacob Morgan does come home 6th, and I did not interview you, so going forward, Jacob Morgan will not be interviewed during the race, and hopefully we'll be talking to him more after the race. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to what was a wild race at Martinsville. Don't forget to come back tomorrow night. American All-Star Dirt Series. I do believe tomorrow night's the season finale. And then recruitment begins soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. This one will make it to YouTube probably tomorrow morning, because I'm going to bed soon, but we'll get it uploaded as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much, and have a great night.